Hello, hello everyone. This is Monday. So let's start doing our life as usual. Um, First, we start off with the very important news today. I think nothing is bigger than this news, which is Trump's tariff that that uh, he raised, uh, that he attacked Canadian and Mexico for 25% tariff tax and 10% for China. This um, this tariff has the goal to um, support the U.S. Uh, internal market and industry. At least that's what Trump is trying to do. Uh, and I think the industry that affect this the most, it seems to be the automobile industry, and we can see from the big stocks that are gapping down today. We have sorry, so we have Ford, right? We have Ford. You see, we have GM. A lot of these stocks has so basically these guys have a part that are manufactured in Mexico and Canada, and and then they uh, they assemble the car uh, at Mexico and Canada and then import to the US, and this tariff will affect them very heavily, and I think that's the reason why they gaps down quite big today. Uh, I think one of the winner from this tariff uh, seemingly seems to be Tesla. And the reason for my thought is that Tesla is always uh, doing the the manufacture of all the parts and the assembly in-house in US. And this tariff uh, directly help Tesla uh, in to compete with their competitors. Uh, they uh, it attacks the Chinese uh, industry. It attacks the Ford and General Motors, and I think Tesla is very interesting in this news, and with our guy Elon Musk behind Trump's decision, we can be sure that the any policies that comes out of Donald Trump will inevitably support or some way give Tesla an advantage over the competitor. And this is very interesting development, and I think this when the index are stop moving down, I think Tesla might be the place where we could potentially place a really long trade for for the long term. So that's I think that's the only important news on today. About the economics calendar, we have ISM manufacturing PMI announced on uh, at 10 a.m. This is not important. The important number is non-farm payroll here on Friday 8:30. So I think these 4 days, Monday to Thursday, is going to be quite technical driven. At least that's what I think. And very interesting to see the development here. Although something to be uh, to be pointed out is that this week we start with the gap down. We will see on the technicals, but this is very similar to our previous Monday gap down, which has some kind of we have some news announced on Saturday and Sunday, and then it gaps down big. Um, uh, Very interesting that the pattern is just occur in the same way for 2 weeks, and yeah, this is interesting to see if we can develop a strategy out of this. The next point, we go to the earnings calendar. As we can see, we have Palantir earnings, and maybe it might be the only one, the only big guys, or SMCI earnings. Although we kind of know already which what it look like. So big two, Palantir and SMCI. That I think is a not particularly big stocks, but it's like a people's favorite kind of thing. Next, we go to technicals for the indices and also for the big stocks. Okay, again we start with SPY. Gap down big. As I mentioned earlier, this is a big gap down from Friday to Monday, and then again gap down from Friday to Monday. Uh, I think uh, I think market is trying to tell us something, and although I don't know yet what they're trying to tell me, but I think it's very interesting that we see this type of pattern. But for SPY, as we can see, it cannot. I think the 608 there. So I think the next time SPY get back up again, I think that's the good place for taking the profit, at least for swing trade if we have any, which I don't. But for today, SPY, I think it has more tendency to be a green candle rather than a red candle because of the big gaps down that we see. Nasdaq, very similar sentiments. However, we can see that uh, there's this level here, and it just gapped down this level. So for Nasdaq, I have a more bullish uh, look for Nasdaq than SPY. uh, IWM, we see that it gaps down a lot, and this is just it's just the same as the big guys, the SPY and Nasdaq is trying to do. One thing to be mentioned here is that it, it cannot hold this 227 level, and it just gapped down below this level. So we can see that this is kind of a strong level for IWM, as very similar to SPY, I guess. VIX, um, we can see that the VIX gaps up again. A very similar action in comparing to last Monday. So I think VIX is going to go down as well, while the all indices will try to maybe have a small green candle or something like that. Basically the same as what Monday, what last Monday is. Apple, this one, I think this one is very interesting for study. Apple on Friday is such a big big red candle like this. I think this when the stock goes down like this and it try to get up and then it gaps up big like this. Uh, this is the point where I could have short here, I guess. But overall, uh, the small up move for Apple give us some hope. But as we can see, Apple cannot just it can't hold above this level at all. So Apple remains weak, and I do have a bearish sentiment toward this. I think if Apple ever comes to this level, it I think there's a risk reward for us to make a short trade here, kind of break and retest kind of thing. Okay, Amazon, we can see that it can it has quite I would say quite a difficult time trying to get up, and I think one of the main driver is the fact that the index are very weak, but I think Amazon will trying to move up and it's quite the strongest for of all the big stocks here. Uh, where as for today, I, I think that uh, but as for today, I think there's a chance for if Amazon ever go down to this level, maybe we can have a long trade, but not a confidence level here. Uh, Broadcom. This is very interesting. If Broadcom ever get up to this level, I think this is a really good place to short. Meta, another stock that seems to be one of the strongest uh, with Amazon. And although I don't see the trade here for today, but it has a really promising uh, sentiment. Uh, Microsoft, although we might be a little bit slow for Microsoft, but I think this is um, uh, so Microsoft get down and it sits and it sits in this trend line which has been acted upon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and this is the sixth time. So yeah, it's very interesting to play some swing trade if the index just stop moving right now. MicroStrategy. This is the uh, one of the weak stocks, weak big stocks, and with the looking bad right now. Overall, I don't see the trade here for MicroStrategy, but as we can see, I think it is trying to develop the fail flag here. I don't think we should trade MicroStrategy at all. Netflix, another one, is just shopping around right now. No trade whatsoever unless it is go down to 940. Nvidia. Um, Interestingly, Nvidia has been really weak, and actually weaker than uh, Broadcom. And I think this is a really bad sign because Nvidia is such a huge and very very big stock, and um, with the technical like this for Nvidia, I think um, there are going to be a lot of people losing money right here. You can see the volume here. So many people, they are making long trade here, and it's gonna stop up a lot of people out. Uh, I can see the pain here. Uh, a lot of people are buying here. I'm sure of it. But as for today, and if actually if Nvidia gets up to this level, I think this is a really interesting point for us to make some short trade here. Palantir, also another one that I think has a really big potential for really big move. Um, but uh, but I don't think this is the time. Uh, the wind is not behind our back, although the setup is quite good actually. Uh, but I might get out of it just for now. Another one, Tesla. We can see that we talked earlier about Tesla. I think it has a really strong fundamental right now. The condition is really good for Tesla, and if it ever goes down to this level, I might go for some swing trades here, and I think Tesla is quite a big beneficiary from this tariff thing. Uh, Overall, for today, I do think that uh, our index will hold, and we might see a kind of green candle here, but for some near future, I still think that the market sentiment is still really weak, and if we want to place a longer term trade, we need to be very selective and be very mindful on when to enter and all. That's for today. Thank you.